Hey, this is Coldplay here for Gaming Legit, and I'm here to talk about Crysis 2. But first, I want to give you guys a backdrop, since this is a sequel to a PC game which console players have never played or probably even heard of. Crysis 1 was set in a tropical island where you and your top-secret covert ops team had to infiltrate and find a scientist who recently enabled a distress beacon. Your team is apparently outfitted with, like, a high-tech supersuit, only available to the US military. The top secret technology, and the suit gives you super strength, speed, armor, and a cloaking device. However, the way it works is they can't all be activated at once. You gotta choose one, and usually it has an energy system, and the energy would run out real quick, so it's not like you're invulnerable or overpowered. The suit works, it drops sort of like little nanites, I guess, into your bloodstream, and that gives you your speed, strength, and all that other good stuff. Anyway, the scientist activated the distress beacon, and your team is going to infiltrate and find the scientist. And it starts out by you dropping out of a cargo plane and parachuting onto an island. However, when you're about halfway down to the ground, something knocks out your suit's power, and you can't parachute, or you basically just fall into the water, and the suit absorbs the damage. You don't know what knocked out your power or anything, so it adds a bit of mystery into it. As you move more into the island, it turns out the Korean army has taken the island over. For what reason, you don't know yet, but obviously it's not good. And later on in the game, it turns out you find that the Koreans have their hands on the scientists. The scientist that activated the beacon apparently found a ancient alien artifact, and I guess the Koreans picked up on it and came, and they're holding the scientist hostage and all that good crap like Koreans do. As you move more into the island, because essentially the whole game is moving more deeper into the island, and eventually the US Navy comes and helps and gives you tanks and stuff, more people. You eventually find that that piece of an artifact is from, I guess, a mothership or an alien base that's located actually under the mountain of the island. And eventually you not only piss off the Koreans, but you piss the aliens off. And all hell breaks loose on the island, and you got the aliens fighting the Koreans and you fighting the Koreans and the aliens, and it's just a big clusterfudge of people. Big shitstorm. Eventually, towards the end of the game, you find yourself piloting the Crysis version of a helicopter, I guess, and you gotta pull all your troops off the island, and eventually get back to your aircraft carrier, the US fleet that's stationed a couple miles offshore of the island, and what you do is you nuke the island. Now that's really cool on the PC with the cool graphics, but it did nothing to the aliens. And then that really pisses the aliens off, and they send everything at you. And eventually you end up fighting a big boss at the end that comes and pretty much tears your aircraft carrier apart. Crysis 1, basically, I'm not 100% sure when it came out, a couple years ago, like maybe 7 years ago, a while ago. It still probably has some of the best graphics, the most realistic graphics, although you need a beast of a computer to play it. It still has the best graphics, and when I played Crysis 2 on the console, it wasn't what I expected with the graphics, but again, I kept in mind that it was the beta, and there are, like, it's still an Xbox, can't do the most powerful graphics like a PC can. What I'm playing right now is obviously the Crysis 2 multiplayer demo, and it was entertaining, but again, it's a beta and servers have massive lag, so. But the gameplay's still fun because I've always liked how in the multiplayer version of Crysis, you kind of have to mix your suit powers together to be the most efficient. And you'll see me here, like, I'll cloak in places, or I'll put armor on a gunfight and try to catch people off guard and stuff, and it's just a fun experience to kind of do that. It kind of makes you feel super powerful. Right here you can see me, you can detach the machine guns and cloak with the machine gun. And another thing I like about this game, the sounds. The sounds in this game were always great. They always sounded really real. Like the machine gun here, it's got that really deep sound that a machine gun should sound like. It's pretty cool. Or this game, I'm pretty sure it had 16 guns, 22 attachments for the guns. Like, I know it had a shotgun attachment, you could put a Gauss cannon on your gun, You could put the holographic sights like I have on my assault rifle here. You could put grenade launchers, etc. And it has a perk system, kind of like Call of Duty, but the perks aren't gay. You can, like, I remember one of them was you could detect people in stealth, and another one was if you jump really high, you could do sort of like a ground pound and do damage to everyone in the area. You'll see that option come up when I jump in this game, so you look out for that. Another thing about this game, it see the lag right there. That's ridiculous. It won't let me respawn because of the lag. Anyway, the gun itself is more of a run and gun kind of thing, which I like. But you can also try to camp with a sniper rifle, but that doesn't work too well. I don't know if it was just me sucking at the sniping in this game or what, but I tried to snipe and it didn't work so well. I had a lot of trouble camping on the 2 maps that are available. It's this one, and it's got another kind of rooftop map. And sniping, it's hard because, you know, the suit has a cloak and the speed ability, and you're either trying to trail somebody with the super speed, jumping around and stuff, or you're trying to find the people who are cloaked, which really isn't good. And it's not that easy at long ranges. The cloak, if you're really up close to somebody, like within a 10-foot distance, you can see them. Like, you can see the teammate right there. He just ran up. And, it makes sniping a whole hell of a lot difficult. See right there, I can see that guy stealthed. Apparently he didn't see me. But if you keep your eyes out, it's really easy to see the stealth. I guess my teammate got that guy. Anyway. You can see the shadows in this game are really good, and the game is probably playing at 30 frames per second, which is really smooth, and I didn't notice it going down in any gunfight, so they did a really good job optimizing it, I guess. But like I said, I'm used to this game on the PC where the graphics are super shiny and refined, and playing it on a console felt like a big kick in the face to it because it's a PC game, and I'm used to playing it on the PC. Don't know why. I'm not entirely unhappy with it being on console because I always wanted my console friends to experience this game, and now I guess I can, and that's a really cool feature. But I'm still probably going to try to get this on the PC because I prefer it on the PC, and on the PC you can have the map editors and stuff. On the PC, for Crysis 1, you had a map editor. You could spawn everything in the game, buildings, build stuff. It was cool. Right here I'm kind of just trying to go stealthily into that objective right there. It's sort of like capture the flag, except the gunship comes down and drops stuff. These pods, I guess. So yeah. And they're in the same place like every game, so it doesn't mix it up. I mean, the dropship will come and drop it in different places each game, but it's not like it just drops it anywhere. It has defined areas. So it's basically capture the flag, but the flags alternate, I guess. Anyway, you see right there I have the option for the air stomp. That's basically a ground pound. And you see bottom right of my screen, you get the energy, which super speed in Crysis 2 is automatically on. And if you just sprint or jump, you'll get twice the speed or twice the height when you jump. And the cloak, you see my energy going down real fast. There's a perk to make that go down slower. Now, if you come at a cloak instantly, like if you shoot or melee like I just did there, the energy will go down to 0 no matter how high it is. It's an instant drain. And the armor just basically sort of makes you a little bit more tougher, like a Juggernaut almost, but not like Juggernaut in Call of Duty. And the speed, like I said, is already on. The light, you can customize how you want your gun to fire, if you want it a burst, automatic, or like single fire, although I don't know why you'd want to do that. And I saw in the trailers you could like kick dumpsters and stuff at people. In the beta, I haven't been able to do that. Don't know why. I have no clue why, but I kind of wanted to do that really bad. Kick a car on somebody, you know. Anyway, yeah, this is Crysis 2, and this is Colt Player. See y'all.
secured. Seconds. The pod is unstable. Fall back.